First meeting. A small village nestled in the lap of nature, where every morning the rays of the sun brought a new message of life. Nandini lived in this village, who was loved by everyone due to her innocence and gentleness. Nandini's life, who brought a smile on the face of every person in the village, was no less than a dream. One day, a new face appeared at the main chopal of the village. Raj, a young man from the city, who had just decided to come and live in his grandfather's village. Raj's personality was just like his name, royal and charming. Nandini and Raj's eyes met at first sight and time seemed to stop. An unknown feeling arose in the hearts of both. The sprout of love. Raj's coming to the village brought a new fragrance in Nandini's life. Both of them slowly started talking to each other. Sometimes while working in the fields, sometimes while walking on the riverbank, the conversation between the two never ended. Nandini's innocence and Raj's wisdom brought them even closer to each other. One evening, as the sun was setting, Raj and Nandini met at the village temple. In the peaceful atmosphere of the temple, Raj poured out his heart to Nandini. Nandini, every moment spent with you has made me realize that I am falling in love with you. Will you be my life partner? Tears of joy welled up in Nandini's eyes. She nodded gently and the two held each other's hands in the temple courtyard. That moment gave a new direction to their love story. Difficulties and trust. The path of love is never easy. Raj and Nandini also faced many difficulties. Some people in the village considered Raj an outsider and Nandini's family also objected to this relationship. But both of them faced all these challenges with the strength of their love and trust. Raj tried to convince Nandini's family. He expressed his true feelings to them and assured them that he would take care of Nandini. Gradually, Nandini's family also accepted Raj. The people of the village were also impressed by their true love and accepted them. A new beginning. One day, Raj proposed Nandini in front of everyone at the village chopal. He said in front of everyone, "Nandini, you are the biggest happiness of my life. Will you be my life partner for the rest of my life?" Nandini happily said yes, and the whole village celebrated this moment happily. After a few months, the two got married and there was a wave of happiness in the whole village. Eternal love. The life of Raj and Nandini became an example of love and dedication. They promised to stand with each other in every happiness and sorrow and kept it. Their love was no less than a fairy tale. No matter how many difficulties came in their life, they faced all with the strength of their love and faith. Their love became an eternal story, which the people of the village always remembered. Raj and Nandini proved with their love that true love can overcome every difficulty and never lets it bow down. The love story of Raj and Nandini taught us that love is not just the union of two hearts, but the dedication of two souls to each other. Their lives showed that true love always wins, no matter how many difficulties come in the way. The story of their love will remain in the hearts of people for centuries. Like this video if you love football. Which team are you supporting? New arrival. The sun was setting over Cedar Ridge, casting a golden hue over the rolling hills and vast meadows. The air was filled with the scent of pine and wildflowers, and the distant sound of children playing added a sense of timeless peace to the scene. Emma Sullivan drove her small car up the winding road that led to her new home, taking in the breathtaking beauty of the county. Cedar Ridge was everything she had hoped it would be, picturesque, serene, and welcoming. Emma had left behind the hustle and bustle of city life in search of something more meaningful. She had accepted a job as the librarian at the historic Cedar Ridge Library, a position that promised not only professional fulfillment, but also a chance to be part of a close-knit community. As she pulled into the driveway of her new home, a charming cottage with a white picket fence, she felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. The next morning, Emma woke up early, eager to start her first day at the library. She dressed in a simple yet elegant dress and made her way to the library, which was located in the heart of the town. The building was a beautiful example of early 20th century architecture, with large windows, wooden beams, and a welcoming porch. As she stepped inside, she was greeted by the smell of old books and polished wood. The library was bustling with activity as patrons browsed the shelves, children attended story time, and the staff worked diligently. Emma introduced herself to her new colleagues and quickly got to work, organizing books and helping patrons. She was pleasantly surprised by how friendly and welcoming everyone was, making her feel right at home. As the day went on, Emma noticed a man working on some repairs in the corner of the library. He was tall and handsome, with dark hair and piercing blue eyes. He wore a worn leather jacket and had an air of quiet confidence about him. Curious, Emma approached him and introduced herself. "Hi, I'm Emma Sullivan, the new librarian," she said with a warm smile. The man looked up from his work and nodded. "Jack Thompson. I'm the local carpenter." "Nice to meet you, Emma." They chatted briefly, and Emma learned that Jack was well respected in the community for his craftsmanship and dedication. Despite his reserved nature, there was something intriguing about him that piqued Emma's interest. Over the next few weeks, Emma settled into her new life in Cedar Ridge. She became more involved in the community, attending local events and getting to know her neighbors. One evening, she found herself at the Cedar Ridge Fall Festival, a beloved annual tradition that brought the entire town together. The festival was a vibrant celebration of the season, with colorful decorations, delicious food, and lively music. As Emma wandered through the festival, she spotted Jack working at a booth, carving intricate wooden ornaments. She couldn't resist stopping to admire his work. "These are beautiful, Jack," she said, picking up a delicately carved bird. "Thank you," Jack replied, a hint of a smile playing on his lips. "I enjoy working with my hands. It's my way of contributing to the community." They talked for a while, and Emma felt a growing connection with Jack. Despite his guarded demeanor, there was a kindness and depth to him that drew her in. One evening, after the library had closed, Emma was tidying up when she heard a noise coming from the back room. She cautiously made her way to the source of the sound and discovered an old, hidden section of the library that had been forgotten over the years. Intrigued, she began to explore the dusty shelves, uncovering a treasure trove of old letters and diaries. Emma couldn't help but be captivated by the stories contained within the letters. They told the tale of a love affair that had taken place in Cedar Ridge decades ago, a story of passion, heartbreak, and enduring love. She decided to delve deeper into the mystery, determined to uncover the truth behind the letters. One evening, as she was poring over the letters, Jack walked into the library. Seeing her engrossed in her research, he offered to help. They spent many late nights working together, piecing together the story of the past. As they worked side by side, their connection deepened, and they grew closer. Emma discovered that Jack had his own share of heartbreak. He had lost his fiancée in a tragic accident several years ago, and the pain had driven him to isolate himself from others. But as he spent more time with Emma, he began to open up, finding solace in her company. Their relationship blossomed, but not without challenges. Emma's ex-boyfriend, who had been determined to win her back, showed up in Cedar Ridge, causing tension and conflict. Jack, too, struggled with his own demons, unsure if he was ready to fully embrace a new relationship. Despite the obstacles, Emma and Jack's love for each other grew stronger. They found support in the community, which rallied around them, showing the power of love and unity. Emma ultimately chose to stay in Cedar Ridge, rejecting a lucrative job offer in the city in favor of a life filled with love and purpose. Jack, too, faced his fears and overcame his past, opening his heart to Emma completely. They embarked on a new journey together, renovating an old house as a symbol of their fresh start. A year later, Cedar Ridge was abuzz with excitement as Emma and Jack prepared to publish the historical love story they had uncovered in the library. Their own love story had become an integral part of the community's legacy, a testament to the enduring power of love. As they stood on the porch of their newly renovated home, hand in hand, Emma and Jack looked out over the rolling hills and vast meadows of Cedar Ridge. The sun was setting, casting a golden hue over the landscape, just as it had on the day Emma arrived. In that moment, they knew they had found their forever home, and their hearts were filled with hope and happiness for the future, where she truly belonged. As she settled into her new life in Cedar Ridge, she felt more certain than ever that she had found that place. The community was warm and welcoming, and her job as the librarian allowed her to connect with people in meaningful ways. One of her first tasks was to organize a series of community events at the library. Emma wanted to make the library a central hub for the town, a place where people of all ages could come together to learn, share, and grow. She started with a book club for adults, a story time for children, and a weekly craft night. The book club was an instant hit. Residents from all over the county came to discuss their favorite novels, share their thoughts, and bond over their love of reading. Emma enjoyed leading the discussions, and she was delighted to see how passionate the community was about literature. Storytime for children was equally successful. Every Wednesday afternoon, the library was filled with the laughter and chatter of young children as Emma read them stories, led them in songs, and helped them with crafts. The parents appreciated the opportunity for their children to engage in educational activities, and Emma loved seeing the joy on the children's faces. Craft night quickly became one of the most popular events at the library. People of all ages gathered to create beautiful handmade items, from knitted scarves to painted pottery. It was during one of these craft nights that Emma found herself working alongside Jack Thompson once again. Jack had volunteered to help with the renovations at the library, and his skillful hands had made quick work of the repairs. As they painted walls and fixed shelves together, Emma and Jack grew even closer. They talked about their dreams, their fears, and their hopes for the future. Emma felt a deep connection with Jack, one that she hadn't felt with anyone else before. Despite the growing bond between them, Jack remained somewhat guarded. Emma sensed that there was something holding him back, a pain from his past that he hadn't yet fully dealt with. She didn't want to push him, but she also couldn't ignore the strong feelings she had for him. One crisp autumn evening, Cedar Ridge held its annual fall festival. The festival was a beloved tradition, a time for the entire community to come together to celebrate the harvest season. The town square was transformed into a vibrant scene of color and activity, with booths selling homemade goods, games for children, and a stage for live music. Emma had been looking forward to the festival for weeks. She loved the sense of camaraderie it fostered and the opportunity to experience the unique charm of Cedar Ridge. As she wandered through the festival, she admired the intricate decorations, sampled delicious treats, and chatted with friends and neighbors. When she reached Jack's booth, she was struck by the beauty of his craftsmanship. He had carved a variety of wooden ornaments, each one more intricate than the last. Emma picked up a small bird carved from a piece of maple and examined it closely. "These are incredible, Jack," she said, her voice filled with admiration. Jack looked up from his work and smiled. "Thank you, Emma. I enjoy creating things with my hands. It's a way for me to connect with the world and contribute to the community." They spent the evening together, enjoying the festival and each other's company. As the sun set and the lights of the festival glowed warmly, Jack took Emma's hand and led her to the dance floor. The band played a slow, romantic tune, and they danced together under the stars. In that moment, Emma felt a sense of completeness that she had never felt before. She knew that she had found something special in Cedar Ridge, something worth holding on to. As the festival came to an end, Emma and Jack walked together through the quiet streets of Cedar Ridge. The town was bathed in the soft glow of the moon, and the air was filled with the scent of autumn leaves. They talked about their hopes and dreams, their fears and doubts, and their growing feelings for each other. Despite the challenges they faced, Emma knew that she and Jack had something real, something worth fighting for. She was determined to build a life in Cedar Ridge, a life filled with love, community, and purpose. The weeks that followed were filled with moments of joy and connection. Emma continued to organize events at the library, bringing the community together in new and exciting ways. Jack became a regular presence in her life, helping with the renovations and sharing quiet moments of companionship. One evening, as they were working on a particularly challenging repair, Jack opened up about his past. He told Emma about the loss of his fiancée and the pain that had driven him to isolate himself from others. Emma listened with empathy and understanding, offering her support and encouragement. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day, and they found solace in each other's company. Despite the obstacles they faced, they were determined to build a future together, one filled with love and hope. Emma knew that Cedar Ridge was more than just a place. It was a community, a family, and a home. And with Jack by her side, she felt ready to face whatever challenges came their way. Together, they would create a life filled with love, laughter, and the enduring beauty of Cedar Ridge.